Hi everyone, welcome to another installment of Q&A with Shannon about OCD recovery. Thank you everyone for the questions. I will get to them in due time. And remember, if you want to send me a question, you can do so on Facebook, Instagram, my YouTube channel, or send me an email, shannonshy@gmail.com. If you want to remain anonymous, please let me know. Also, if you like this series or you like the page, or if you do peer support with me and you like that and you want to, you don't have to, please leave a comment. Let everybody know. Share this. Let's get the word out. All right. So this is part of a probably 5-part mini series about my strategy. And I'm going to go through the ground rules and the checkpoints, and they are in response to this question. Could you please talk a little about the actual application of your strategy itself? Like, how do we know that it is an OCD thought? What is it doing to us to make it so that we know it's OCD? And then, what do we do? I'm pretty sure I remember the main tenets, but a refresher course can't hurt. That came from Anonymous. The first ground rule of my strategy is one that I actually added last when I was developing the strategy. It came in 2003. I was doing pretty well. Remember, I was diagnosed back in 1997. I went on medication, and then I received some basic advice from my doctor about what to do when OCD tapped me on the shoulder, and I set out to develop my strategy, finally settled upon it. I call it ground rules and checkpoints. So the first ground rule that I have, I added last. That came in 2003. I was visiting my doctor really only to get a refill on my prescription. I was on Luvox and I had been for 5.5 years. And I was doing really well, right? The thoughts were way less frequent, way less intense, and I was forgetting to take my medication. Kind of like if you have strep throat and the doctor gives you a 10-day course of antibiotics, and by day 6, you're feeling pretty good, so you forget to take the antibiotics. That's what was happening to me. So my doctor said, "How long are you going to stay on medication?" Because he knew how well I was doing. And I said, "I'll stay on medication for the rest of my life if it means I can deal with OCD as successfully as I am." And he got mad. And he stood up and he banged his fist on the table and he said, "I don't know why we think we all have to be so goddamn perfect." Excuse my language. That shocked me. He said, "It's not the medication that's responsible for your long term success. It's your strategy, your cognitive behavioral strategy." That resonated with me, particularly the perfection part. So we weaned me off the medication, and I continued to get better. I continued to implement the strategy. And it's not that I have anything against medication, and I tell everybody if medication is helpful for you, take it. I think the really important piece of information to take away is, why is ground rule number 1 important and helpful? Because it doesn't just apply to OCD, it applies in every aspect of your life. But let's just talk about OCD for a second. OCD is going to tell you, if you don't implement whatever strategy you use perfectly every time, that it isn't going to work, that you're not going to get better. It's not true. It absolutely is not true. You don't have to be perfect at it. Just try your best. As you continue to try, it will become less difficult to implement. You take a lot of burden off of your shoulders when you dump this idea that I have to be perfect. Again, about OCD recovery or anything else in your life. We don't let perfection be the enemy of good enough. That's not my quote, and I don't know who said it, but it's so true, right? You don't have to be perfect. It truly is liberating when you can just go into anything and say, I'm just going to do my best. That's going to be good enough. My checkpoint every time OCD reared its ugly head about trying to be perfect was simply reminding myself I don't have to be perfect at this. Nobody's perfect. My job is to just try to manage OCD to the best of my ability. And then we move forward. All right. I hope that's helpful. Have a great day, and I'll see you for the next episode in this mini series. I love the drama. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.